Welcome to Elden Ring. My name is Nilaus, and we are going to do a complete walkthrough of the Haligtree Legacy Dungeon. And this is a massive one, and I want to do every item, every secret, everything there. And because of that, and because it is so massive, it's gonna have to be in 2 episodes. So I cut it in 2, and this is episode 1. So if you like it, be sure to keep an eye on for the second one. It's gonna come out shortly. We already started here. As you get started on this location, it's super important that you turn around and get that stone sword key. Well, that's super important if you have enough of those. And then we're just starting working our way through these snowmen. While we just work our way through these random snowmen, let me just explain my build. My build is all about jumping with 2 great swords. That's it. I am running the Blasphemous Blade and the Ordovis Crucible Knight Sword. They both scale with strength and a bit of dex and faith. So that is my build. So we've now killed the first ones, and the great thing about the Blasphemous Blade is that it heals a bit on kill, which is absolutely amazing for sustain. This build is all about sustain. Another thing that we have, as you can see when we get up here, when we backstab, we get that blue fluff coming in. There we go, that is focus point, and that means we get 15 focus points for each backstab or critical hit, and that means we get a lot of sustain on our focus points as well. So we are now working our way here. I'll be doing everything on these branches. The hardest part here is definitely gravity. So basically we are just looking at which way to go. The hard part, or the difficult part here, we get to go down there, just looking around. Up ahead there are 3 snowmen up on a branch overlooking us. And they will start shooting as soon as we pass this point. Now they'll start shooting, and that is really dangerous. So don't stand still here and just keep moving. I go up here. I don't think that's necessary to take this one because it's a dead end. But you can see we're taking a lot of damage from these soap bubbles from the snowman. Yep, yeah, okay. Thank you for just highlighting how much damage you take by just standing there in this. I'm going to clear out this part. This is not the way up there. But as we get more further away from them, we're still taking hits from it. It's one of the hardest part about this is that you constantly have to keep moving. Now at this point we should be safe because we are blocked from line of sight. So I am going to take this medium-sized one. They take 2 good jump attacks, and right now you can see they're up here, but they can't see us because of the tree trunk is in the way. So we're gonna go move down there to take the ants. There are 4 ants on this main branch, and you do not want to take them more than 1 at a time. So wait until like this, where we can take them 1 at a time, because they should be pretty easy to take out. They're not that difficult, but they will have this corrosive spray thing that's gonna hurt like hell. No, there are 5 of them, sorry. Yes, I'll find out about the 5th one. So take that, and I'm just using my Taker's Flame just to take those out at a distance so they don't do the corrosive. Do not proceed beyond this item. You can see right there in the background there is a big snowman, and that is a gigantic trap with scarlet rot and lots of soap bubbles. What we will do instead, we'll take the main branch and we'll take the side branch. We'll start with the side branch here. We used a few of our special abilities, so let's recover some focus points from these small ones. That's lovely. And every time we do that, we get 15 focus points back, and that gets us a lot more sustain. Every one of these branches have a few items, so we will just go there. This is the item we saw before, or from the beginning. I'm going to sneak up here and see if I can hit 2 of them. In my attack, yes indeed, I got the 2 small ones, but either way, the big one is just, the medium one. This is a medium one. Medium ones are not particularly dangerous, the big ones are, and the small ones are completely trivial. Unless there are many of them. There we go, we got a interesting item. And now the next part is running back to the main branch and following up on the main branch, so the further away. We're going to clear all of that before we do the progression. Progression is towards the trunk of the Haligtree. And now we have another, and I thought there were 4, so that would be the 4th and final one. That is not the case, as we will see. So sneak up on this ant, unbeknownst that it is not a soul ant. Whoops. There, kill it, and then that corrosive takes basically 40% of my health. So yeah, don't want to be hit by 3 of those at once, pretty obvious. So heal up a bit, and then we can proceed up the main trunk. And we still have those 3 up there that are still haunting us, so that needs we need to keep moving. So we motor here, we go up, and they will be right up there. And we need to keep moving so we don't get hit by them. This is also why I take the ants out before, because you don't want to be here and then a couple of ants are shooting at you while the snowmen are throwing bubbles at you. You can probably do that jump, but I wouldn't try it because, well, then you'd have to start over and do the whole damn thing again. So you can hear all of the soap bubbles behind us. We just hope that they're not going to be a problem. Yep, that little twirly thing here, and jump. Good. We'll take that. We'll take that. Oh, was there something? Nope. And we take this little side branch here. It looks like there's fat loot, but yeah, there isn't. So if you're looking at this and looking at the loot I'm finding and then saying that's not necessary, then you can cut a lot of things out. There. That's gone. Really shouldn't be going this way. I thought I was actually safe here, but we'll take a few of the small ones. There, we'll save the big one until later. You can see I'm still being pelted by soap bubbles. Wow. That's now the ones that were shooting at us before, and we can finally take those out. Or I guess they're called envoys, but okay, there's snowmen with soap bubbles. That makes so much more sense. It makes about as much sense as... Ow! Okay, last one. Here, this was the third of the three that were shooting us in the beginning, and now they are gone. It's really difficult to get here, so it's easy to get really stressed out and then end up doing something that's way too dangerous to do it. But I think I found this to be the easiest path to do it. We're gonna take the big one as well, the big flower, because hey, we want to take everything. And this is kind of some of the last part of it before we head in towards what I described as the trap earlier. So we just wait for it to dissipate and go in. If we're lucky, that's how it goes. It will do the arcane thing at where we were standing from a distance, and jump, and it will then do more poison. It's technically Scarlet Rot, so we'll wait for the Scarlet Rot to dissipate one more time before going in and finishing it. This is one of the things that I just find to be easier. We could also just smash through it and then just heal up with a preserving bolus afterwards, but I want to preserve my hit points, preserve the things. There's no problem with this. We just wait, and it is clear. Time to go in again. Jump. And now we can see that it's starting to do something, but as it catches fire, it will actually stagger a bit. There we go. Oh wait, I thought that sound was more arcane coming down, but it wasn't. So we get a bit of Miranda power. And that's basically it, isn't it? Yep. We've done all of that. We've done a bit down there. We've been up on the main branch. We've done all of that thing. It's now time for us to head on down and find a safe place. We have taken this part and over here. Now we need to just find our way down. And this is a location we can jump down. And we can jump down again. From here. And that looks a bit sketchy, but it's actually okay. We've done not all of this main branch, so let's do that. There are two branches left. One has a big snowman, and the other one has some small ones. We'll take the big one first. These big ones, they're dangerous. Even when you're sort of attack them up close, it's not like they're harmless up close or dangerous at a distance. I think they're more dangerous at a distance. You cannot backstab them, so don't do as I do and try that. You just do a powered up attack instead. But I will show you, this is not a backstab. So we just keep swinging, and as you can see, getting hit by that whatever it is. And I was unfortunately mid animation, so we just get a hounded, and we take it out. These pop some heals. It's all good, and for our trouble, we get an envoy crown. Yes, I guess. And we need to go back and then take the other branch that we were looking for. At this point, as you start clearing this, and you've been clearing a lot, just make sure that you don't fall off. I mean, it's gonna happen a few times. Like thinking that the branches are connected, so that's why I'm going really carefully, making sure that there's no little air gap between them. Up here, there is a medium and one small, so I could sort of smash into it, but I'm playing a bit more careful at this point because, well, if I die now, then I'd have to restart the whole thing and clear the entire map. That was where we came from. And we're just looking at all the different places just to make sure. So what I basically want to do is I want to see them coming here and hopefully turn around, but it's not really panning out the way I imagine it. So we wait for this one. Medium is about 2 jump attacks. What can we do in the meantime? We can get some. We know we're going to need some of these boluses, so let's get those ready. Oh, unfortunately, it somehow spots us from here. I don't know if it's like aware, but okay, now it's definitely coming in. But, you know, maybe it'll give up again. So we back away. Okay, now the little one is continuing, but the big one seems to be heading away. So that is good. Yep, the big one is turning away. That's good. So now we can take them one by one. That's kind of how we always want to do this, if at all possible. Just take them one by one. So here the idea is good enough that I want to move up, but unfortunately I can't get up this little ledge without jumping, and as soon as I jump, I'm no longer in stealth. So, yeah. But it's all good. We got it, and we can continue with this part. Nothing over there, that's where we got the big one. This branch here is also serving as a way back, so if you want to get back to the original point, maybe you missed something, maybe you just feel like going back, then you can jump down there and climb up and get back to the first grace in this area, the canopy treetops. But now we've done all of the branches. All we need to do is do progression, and there are 2 ways of doing this, and I would recommend the way that I'm doing it. Obviously, you can go directly for the big one. You're going to be having to run forward and then jump on a branch, run around and get up there. But again, this is super risky, so if you die at that point, you have to clear the whole thing. What I recommend instead is, as we get up to here, there are a lot of poison scarlet rot plants on this main branch in here. So we need to go that way around that I'm sort of highlighting here. There's a branch at the lower right hand corner. We need to go there, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to run straight through because there's a grace right at the trunk of the tree. So we want to get that, and we just want to ignore everything else. By running towards this, you also get the opportunity to see those 7 bubbles. If you get hit by the 7 bubbles, you'll be dead. So, and then it's time to dodge again. We are not scarlet rotted, we are not dead. That's all very good. So we can go to here, climb down, and that actually is just the entrance to the next zone. As we are going in, we get in here and we get this beautiful grace. Something fell down, lovely. Don't know what. But we don't want to rest, we just want to tap it so things do not respawn. If things respawn at this point, it doesn't matter because the stuff that we're going to do now is self-contained, so we don't need to go out on any of the branches with the ants or with all the little snowmen, all that stuff. We only need like the last bit that we just ran through with the rotten plants or whatever they are, and also. So at this point, now granted, it is a bit more dangerous to run away from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this and just kind of hope that I can guess when those are coming in there, and then they'll roll too late. If you are unlucky, you get hit by all 7 are just very, very dead. So I'm going to go up to this location. Even if the ants are here, you should be able to be standing sort of in this corner, being safe when the ants are moving back and forth. So this is kind of a safe spot, and you'll just have to wait a bit, and then it'll stop shooting. And this is also, if you die, you can still do all of this again, because now you'll spawn from that grace, and you can start it. So it stops shooting. Now it's the time for us to move on up to that location, and even though I know what I'm doing, somewhat, then it's still super risky. And okay, it's shooting now, and that's so close. Ignore everything, don't do anything, don't just run and panic. My recommendation is a big dose of panic. And we are taking so much damage now, and that's pretty damn close, to be honest. I don't know how many hit points I have left, and I just instantly panic. So this is the part where if you die, it really doesn't matter that much, because you can go back and you will reset from the grace, and it'll just be this part again that you have to do, instead of going all the way from the canopy top and clearing all that way. So we have some things down here that we don't really need to do. But what I really wanted to do was try to get him to stop shooting because we don't want to run into that if we can at all avoid it. Right? I'm just contemplating going back. No, don't want to go back because you get hit by the soap bubbles. So he stopped shooting. We can go in. Although he does aggro on us, I don't think we can sneak up, roll through this. Still has a lot of hit points. That one we don't want to be doing. I jump in. Ow. And at this point, this is not easy to dodge, and he just continues doing it. So, just accept it and kill. Woo. All right, up here you can see there are more. That's a dangerous fight, but we're going down here first because it's a little goodie for our troubles of getting all the way up here. Now this is totally not necessary to go up here, but hey, in the spirit of must clear everything, this is perfect. And we get up here and get a Lost Ashes of War, and we can see that is a statue of Malenia and Mikela. And now we want to go up and clear this part of here. Now this part it's really tough if you just go in and try to kill everything at once, because the big one is dangerous, the medium one is kind of dangerous, and then on top of that there's two small ones that just are annoying. So it's just too much, in my opinion. At least for me, to do safely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go in and backstab one and then run away. Backstabbing on is also going to give me 15 points, and then we just absolutely just leg it out of there. Yeah, just good old panic rolling. Don't know if it's how long range it has, so we're going to look. Looking good. Alright, so they're coming in. They're slowly walking towards us. They're not sort of in combat. They're sort of in... They have aggroed, but they are not charging at us. What we want to do now is wait for them to leash on back to their starting position. Whether you want to do this or not, it's up to you. But if you want to go in, then you're going to fight all of them at once. This is much, much easier. So we wait until they start turning around. Yep, the little one turned around. That's good. And is the medium one turning around? There we go. It stops. And the medium one turns around. Great. And the big one turns around as well. Great, so now we just run up there, well, stealth run up there, because we want to get a backstab on the medium one, so that we only have the big and the small one remaining. And we also have a good distance between them. That's a backstab. Nope, that was not a backstab, that's miserable. So we jump. Good old jump, never fails. Alright, so now we have to just a fair fight against this guy. If we can get him to blow some soap bubbles at us, we can hopefully dodge through them, but I got a bit of this, so again, yeah, I think this is the right way of doing it. Just go in and then just basically go out. It's so slow, and I thought it was like a one attack. Oh no, it's two. No, it's three. It's even four, and then we can go in. And we got it, and then it's also the little one. That's not a problem. There. Alright, so we've now cleared it. This didn't drop anything. And for all of the trouble, what do we get? Worth it? No, not really. But hey, it's a thing. Oracle Envoy Ashes. Yes, that's the one. Alright, so we've now cleared this part up with the big one. And what we need is just on the way up here, we passed by some flowers. We need to take care of those as well. Not that there's any particularly good loot, but hey, if we don't do it, we don't know. There should be something good out here. Like, this is a difficult area and an annoying branch to go out there. So I'm waiting for it to do the AoE attack on us, so that it'll be stuck in that animation for a bit. And it's now on fire. Just careful you don't sort of run out for here. And I'm going to run back, and there we go. It bounced, or it staggered, but that's kind of irrelevant. But we just keep jumping. Got it. What do we get? We get the usual Poison Bloom and Miranda Power, and we get a Aeonian Butterfly as well. That was all there was here. So move forward, and the time we've spent on it, it's just gotten nighttime again. Well. So this is the path we went over there, here. Over to the big snowman, and we'll just kill these just to check if there's anything out here. unfortunately there isn't anything out here at all, so that was all in vain. So we can't use this one to get back up to the main branch, so we'll just have to go all the way back, run up to the location where the big snowman was, and then we can, from there, we can jump down. Come up here. This is also if you did not pick up the 2 items, Newman Rune and something else on the way, then you can also just clear this in order to kill it. This is our exit and progression. We'll take that, get the poison bloom, and we just need to clear these. Yeah. Careful about getting poisoned or scarlet rotted. Sometimes they can be... Oh, that's bad. Use one of these, and then we just go in again. And there's one more, but we just go out here. This one really should have something. It would make sense, because if you go out there, you're absolutely dead. Wow, that was a bad jump. That was a bad swing, and we managed to scout out ourselves on the very last enemy here. We'll use it, and we just go up here, confirm that there is nothing more. We've now done everything, and it is time for us to go in and then go to the next part. That's the Haligtree Town. We're coming up. So all of the branches, never again. This looked a lot easier than it is because of the sequence I'm doing it. So hopefully that will also guide you through it and get you to all the items, or at least let you know that you don't need to take all the items. Unless you're sort of getting all of the summons, then of course there's something you need to get, that Oracle Envoy. And we go back here, and this is time where you get a level up and you get rested. Our objective for the next area is to unlock this one. So that's just FYI that we need to go here, but we need to go this way. This is how it starts. At this location, I'd rather use my shield. I'm actually going to be switching a lot between shield and shield. Not there we go. But anything that sort of has a normal attack is really nice to have the shield for the counter and then the subsequent critical hit. Let's go down here, and we have more of these misbegottens. And as we get critical hits for everything, then, or backstabs, then might as well be using our jellyfish shield for buffs all the time. It's dead, and we got the golden rune. And then we have some of these scarlet zombies here. They are completely undangerous, but they are so we can proceed, or we can go up the ladder. I'm gonna go up the ladder here because there are a few extra things, and then we'll jump down to those enemies we saw before the in front of the next door. Here, these 3 up here can sometimes fall down, and they can be in the way, but you can just roll through them. And this is not how to jump, and this is not how to jump. Instead, we just slash away. So they are, I don't know, they are completely trivial compared to how difficult they are. They can do a grab attack, and they can do a bit of Scarlet Rot, but it's really nothing. There'll be dangerous enemies here for sure, but those are not it. Here's a big misbegotten warrior, and we'll go in. And it gets a bit dangerous. I mean, I could stagger it. I don't know why it didn't stagger properly. And instead we get hit by this annoying double blow. And then we just go. I just have a bad time. But all it needs is one swing, and then it's dead. So for our trouble here to find this location, what do we get? We get a Pearl Drake Talisman +2. It's pretty good, I guess, if you are up against something that deals magic damage. I think the Pearl Drake is magic damage. Alright, so again, we are up here. We can now drop down on this branch. We will. And now we're on top of the roof of the next building that we need to progress to. There are basically 2 ways to go about it. I've tried both, and this is definitely my preferred one. Take this out, because coming up the stairs and then seeing 10 of these is kind of annoying. But this way we could take out most of them with our AoE attack. There. Pick up. Pick up. Over here in the corner there is a ladder. We will talk a bit about that ladder later on. It'll just connect, so we'll never climb it, but we'll go. This is the weird location. Like, what is the point of this? There's an onion butterfly, but there's nothing else up there. Oh well. So instead of taking this ladder over here, which will go down to a plateau, then we'll get to that. We will rather go through the buildings, as now that we've covered the rooftops. So we backtrack, and over here we can now drop down on top of the next enemies. Here. There's one ready to jump out from the building. There. And we just... There's also one here. Interestingly enough, that's actually one that could do a grab attack on us coming down. And that's the ladder we went up. We went up the ladder, up to the roof. Now we're back here, going through this building. So why is this building this way better? Well, we can... over here, there's one of the bigger ones. These are kind of dangerous, but the good old jump attack never fails. There. And there's one more below. The reason is, then we come in from this side. Otherwise, we would come up from the ladder to the right here, and then we get stuck right next to this guy. So this is just better. Oh, there's one more. One of them with wings. Get down. Great. And the item here as well. That's the ladder. And over there, that's the ladder we talked about before. So we will soon get that connected. Here's a little balcony with an item. Nothing else. Can jump down and die if you feel like it. Don't think you can survive the fall. Don't want to survive the fall because you don't want to be skipping all of this. Now we take this ladder, and it does not end on the ledge up there. It actually goes below, so we need to find our way back up to that ledge. And we are already getting hit by these two big plants here. And the jump attack is just absolutely fantastic against these. And that's the stagger. We get a critical hit. Recover some stamina and recover some focus points. That was a bad jump attack. And there we go. We need a bit of our stamina, and we're ready for the next one. Just as always, wait for it. The Scarlet Rot. We do not like to be Scarlet Rotted if we have any way of preventing it. And we do. Jump in. Jump in. And it falls down. Unfortunately, I was mid-swing, so I didn't quite get it. There. Just back away from the attack. For once, I actually anticipated the attacks. And we killed it. That's the ladder we came down from. And there's the items. The mandatory items from the big flowers. And here. And then we can go up. So we need to go up on that plateau above us. But first, we'll come here. This is also why this path is so much better, in my opinion, is that you have a good opportunity up here to do a nice backstab. That's going to make it easier, because this one is ready to jump you if you come in through the sort of the rooftop way. But now we are the one who ambushes the ambushy. And we have a... Oh, that was so close. Here, and then 1, 2, and 3 jump. And then jump away. And we get... There. That is about as smooth as you can get it. And for our top, we got an ancient dragon smithing stone. Lovely. This is just backtracking. But it is backtracking to sort of tie the whole thing together. The ladder, that is the ladder we talked about. And there's nothing really up there. And then we can proceed. So now the two paths, on top of the roof and through the buildings, they've now converged here. And then we can proceed. I was hesitant going in through that door because I knew there was an ambush, but that's where the ambush was. So we will just continue in here, attacking as much as we can. And I don't know if they are dangerous if you're maybe a glass cannon sorcerer, but I don't see how they can be dangerous in any way, shape or form. So we just keep clearing everything, going out here, and we come up to a new location. This is another little, this is called the Haligtree Town Plaza. That's what it is. And there's a Melania and Michaela statue again. We have another grace, and we won't really need to rest at this grace. We'll just basically continue from here. And what we'll do is we will take a look. There are 2 ways out of this. You can jump onto the roof, and there's an item there, which we'll come back to. But first we will be going down here and taking out the ants on the branch below here, and also taking the room in here. So again, there are 3 ants, and with the ants, my main objective is to make sure that I do not aggro more than 1 at a time. Now, since this is right next to the grace, you can just waste your points because this is a dead end. Somehow we got both of them. That was lovely. And for our trouble, we got an Aeonian butterfly, yay, and another Aeonian butterfly. Totally not worth it. But as such, if you just want to get your focus points back, you can just do that, or you can continue. And we'll continue, because if you're switching to our shield, buffing up, dealing more damage on our backstabs, then we will be getting our focus points back. I really love that Cerulean dagger talisman. It has, after I started using that, it just completely changed my gameplay, and I play so much different than most. Most is like, okay, conserve your resources until you get to the next grace. But for me, it's more of a sort of, am I using more than I'm using? Oh, so a summoning snail is up and running. So there are 3 snails, and that's pretty damn dangerous. So here's one. It didn't get to summon. They will summon these crystallians, and they're pretty annoying to have running around, so don't like. We take that out, and the crystallian is dead. But already the next one is summoned, because that's the 3rd one. And I can tell you, running around like an idiot here trying to figure out where these are, that's frustrating. But we killed them, and now we have peace and quiet. So yeah, as I and okay, now we need to go back and go up to the roof. So as I was saying regarding the Cerulean dagger and the gradual heal on kill from the blasphemous blade, that just means that I have so much sustain, and I can just always balance it out. And if I am running low on hit points but high on focus points, then I can use a healing spell. Otherwise, I can just stop doing buffs and other things like that. We got a Smithing Stone 6, not really worth much, but hey, you've got to get it all. So here, this is where you need to do a running jump to hit the roof on the other one. If you don't make the jump and run a bit too short, you will fall on a ledge, and that's so you're not dead. That's very nice. Uncharacteristically forgiving. Oh, that was a bad jump attack. But we want to get our opportunity here to get a bit more focus points while we have the opportunity here. It's always nice when you have easy enemies, or enemies that you can get critical hits on, then absolutely, why not? And the roof is now clear. This should be simple. And this ladder up at this roof, there isn't really anything there. The point of this roof is that now you can jump back on top of the other roof and get back if you, for some reason, need it. We don't need it, so we'll jump on over here, and we'll jump down, and I'll just jump down for absolutely no reason, by the way. Just wanted to sort of show that there isn't anything down here. And this is not a door, by the way. It really feels like it should be a door. Like, there is this room in there that doesn't have anything in, and it just feels like there should be a secret room at the bottom floor of this. Haven't found it, so. And we do a running jump. Very important that it's a running jump, otherwise it doesn't work. And then we continue on our glorious power stancing here. Now I'm not sure, was power stancing a thing in Dark Souls 2? I don't think it was in Dark Souls 3, and I haven't played Dark Souls 1 and 2. I've only played 3, and I don't recall power stancing being a thing. I mean, didn't do it, but yeah. But man, I love it, especially power stancing jump attack with heavy weapons. I mean, I guess 2 colossal weapons would be even better, but it would be pretty hard to keep keep away from the fat rolling. Alright, for our trouble, we get a Viridian Amber Medallion +2. +2's probably like the text is something like vastly increases stamina, and then you compare it to the +1, and the +1 or the +2 gives plus additional 3 stamina or something ridiculous like that. So vastly, greatly, is maybe a bit of an overstatement, bit of a clickbait there. So I don't feel it does anything, not enough at least. Yeah. Oh, and we got grabbed, hugged by a scarlet zombie. So I mean, damage is not that much. We'll recover it a bit. I think it's about 6% damage we recover every time, every kill with the Taker's Blade. No, with the Blasphemous Blade. And we jump down here. Now it's time to take the room in here. This is where we have that shimmering sound coming from, so you can top up on some more flasks if you need it. And now this is definitely a trap. Now how was the trap? There we go. A Misbegotten is jumping in. All good. We'll take care of it. And then we can take our glorious loot, a Sacramental Bud. If you approach slowly to this location, just carefully, you can aggro this one without aggroing the Scarab. And maybe, depending on how you do this, you might want a heal after taking care of this guy. Swing and a miss. There. But we had 14 anyway, so we still have 14, and well, nothing else in here of interest. And we can then proceed to the next room. Here we have 2 more Misbegottens. We'll just do a jump attack and take care of that. The other one will try to do a jump attack on us, but our jump attacks are, surprise, surprise, just a lot better. Here is a possibility that you can jump out, or you can just fall down if you like. And then there is a single Aeonian butterfly. We'll skip that silliness. Now here, I want to pull this. There are 2 of these enemies, these mages, and they hurt like hell. And since this is right before we get a shortcut back to a previous grace, then I don't really want to die at this point. So we have to do the whole thing again. So we use the pulley crossbow. This pulley crossbow I haven't upgraded yet, but I'll be upgrading this for the Millennia fight. Now this is a super cool crossbow because it fires 3 shots for each reload, and that means it's absolutely wonderful at sort of putting in conditions like bleed, or frost, or scarlet rot, or poison, or whatever you feel like. So we managed to aggro it. Unfortunately, we have aggroed 2 of them, and these do not deal very much damage. I guess the combination of high resist. Now we switch to normal arrows, so don't really deal much. 133 damage in the grand scheme of things isn't much. But what is good is that it applies 3 arrows, so that's 3 times conditions being applied. Now here we just want to see if we can pull them in here, and also preferably get them pulled apart, because that's just too dangerous. So we deal a bit of damage here. That's something, but it's just not enough. So we just try to pull them in here. We want one of them to you can say run out of mana. That's not really happening. But we want one of them to transition from casting spells to going into a melee attack, because, well, mages in melee, not really very dangerous generally. Ow. But that's kind of how mages work, shooting bolts of ow at you. There. Alright, so let's try to get a bit closer so we can see if we can lure it in. There we go. Now that stupid mage decided that that was the way to do a 3-hit combo, but I only need 2 hits for taking care of you. Thank you. So, if you want to do melee stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm better at it. Look at that. Jump, and jump, and jump. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that is moving on. We have 2 items in this little gazebo. I think we'll call it a gazebo. And this is also going to the boss, and to a shortcut, and to more loot. So we go up here, take this one first, because there is a single piece of loot in this location. There we go, a hero rune. So lots of nice runes in a nice little bundle. And the location over here, that is the boss, Loretta. But we are not going to get that before we have gone over here. This is the shortcut. Back earlier we said the whole objective of going through the town was to unlock unlock the elevator. Now we've unlocked the elevator. It goes all the way up. And just to highlight it, this is where we came in from the branches, and we get here this shortcut. So once we have the shortcut unlocked, then if you die to Loretta, then that's going to be where you will respawn from. So we're gonna again take the elevator down. We don't need to reset. You can reset, but I mean we haven't barely taken any damage. So if you die, then you can run this way and just run into the elevator. Run here. There will be one of the mages, but they won't have time to aggro. So you go here, and then once you go through this portal here, there will be a fog gate, and there will be a fog gate sort of the next time you go through if you die. We're gonna be popping our food, the boiled crabs, because why not? We're going to take our flask, and this boss fight, we've kind of fought it before in the Carrion Manor. The most dangerous part is the Carrion, those little ones. They are actually the most dangerous ones. So try to sort of, when they are up, dodge. This one is just dodge under it, and then you can get more. Let's arrow dodge under it again. Basically just dodge under it. They're pretty easily telegraphed, most of the attacks. That's easy, and that stab is... So here we get a knockdown, but I don't know how to actually do anything about it. And now when she's less than half, then her big arrow will actually be 4 arrows instead. So here, when she does that, I don't know what that buff is. It's just probably damage, and also like a million of these little daggers. But just roll away, and that's pretty telegraphed. 3-hit combo. Get an attack in. Almost dead. But let's do heal. Let's not do anything stupid. So we also see this one. Also again, jump under it or roll under it and get an attack. And we get the kill. But remember, they will still come in after the kill anyway, so you can actually die afterwards. We get a great enemy felt. I don't think that was a great enemy, but alright, we got it done. And my pro tips is avoid her attacks and reduce her to 0 hit points, and then she will die. That's how most boss fights actually work. Nothing particularly fancy about that. There are pretty big openings. So here, this is a good time to rest up, heal up, you spend your points and move on. This is basically the halfway point of this the Haligtree, and we're going into the Effail Brace Village, whatever. That's down here. It's glorious, but it's kind of the next thing. So this series or this video has gone on long enough, so I'll be wrapping this one up, and when we come back we'll be going down this ladder and into the next area. So thank you very much everyone for joining. If you like it, be sure to hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section what more you'd like to see for Elden Ring, and of course also consider subscribing if you want to keep up with more on this channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.